dropped his boarding pass.
This plane can't leave. This happened to me last year and almost wrecked my Christmas.
You're sure your family's on this flight?
Yeah, my dad ran in here right before I bumped into this lady.
Okay, board him. But make sure he locates his family before you leave him.
Okay, come on.
Yes, sir?
What city is that over there?
That's New York, sir.
Yikes, I did it again.
A classic Home Alone movie where Kevin, the kid, ends up on the wrong flight and has no clue until he sees a completely unexpected landmark. Well, I know it's funny in movies, but when it comes to picking where to study, you want to land in the right place from the get-go and don't want to be mixed up like this. So, if you're thinking about studying abroad and you've got your eyes on UK and Ireland, great choices. Both have amazing schools, school cultures, and a lot of history. But they're also pretty different, not just in terms of what side of the road they drive on. Now, whether you're finishing high school and looking for an undergrad spot or you're aiming for a master's or a PhD degree, we have got you covered in this video. From academics to college life, tuition fee to scholarships, job opportunities to safety. This is the only video you need to watch to make that decision. This is important, most comprehensive video on this topic for you. And hey, it's not just about studying, it's about finding a new home for a few years, discovering new places, and maybe even picking up a new favorite snack or sport. So whether you're watching this for yourself or you are a parent doing some research, I've got your back. And in case you need any assistance with college admissions, drop me a comment below and my team and I can help you with all your college admissions work. You can also fill out a short inquiry form and my team will get in touch with you to help you with your college admissions. Okay, so are you ready to take a closer look at what studying in the UK and Ireland is really like? Well, let's get into it and help you make one of the biggest decisions of your life a bit easier. So let's talk about academics and education first. In the UK, when you get to the uni, it's straight into the deep end. From day one, you're focusing on what you love, engineering, literature, science, you name it. The UK is big on getting you specialized early on. And it's perfect if you've got your heart set on a specific path. Hopping over to Ireland, things are a bit different here. Academic life in Ireland offers a bit more breathing room at a start. You'll get to dabble in various areas before picking up your major. It's like being at a buffet and trying a little bit of everything before loading up your plate with your favorites. Ideal for those who want some time to decide what to study. Now let's move on to teaching styles and exams. In the UK, it's all about lectures, seminars, and loads of academic reading. Assessments will expect big exams and essays. Ireland's pretty similar, but throw more group projects and continuous assessment into the mix, which means your grade isn't just based on one exam at the end of the year. It's more about throughout that semester. And if you are wondering about universities, both countries boast some world-class universities. UK has the likes of Oxford and Cambridge, while Ireland proudly counters on Trinity College Dublin and University College Dublin. There's a bit of historic rivalry as well, but it's an all good fun. Now, choosing between the UK and Ireland might seem like deciding between two great books. Each has its own story, characters, and adventures. Now, whether you're drawn to the structured, specialized path in the UK or broad, flexible journey in Ireland, you are in for an incredible chapter of your life. Okay, now let's switch gears and talk about fun stuff, campus life. Imagine moving into centuries-old college in the UK, surrounded by Gothic architecture and stories that echo through the halls. It's like living in your own Hogwarts, minus the moving staircase, sadly. Now, UK universities are nestled in some of the most picturesque towns you'll find, with traditions and vibes that have been brewing for centuries. It's not just about studying, it's about becoming part of a legacy. You might find yourself rowing in the morning mist or debating in the ancient hall. It's classic, it's iconic, and yes, sometimes it feels straight out of a movie. Hop over to Ireland and the vibe shifts. Here, campuses are buzzing hives of activity where everyone knows your name, or at least your face. It's less about the grandeur of the history and more about the warmth of now. Imagine live music drifting across the quad or rallying with your mates for a big Gaelic football match. It's community, it's lively, and it's unmistakably Irish. And when it comes to extracurriculars, both places have you covered, but in their own unique ways. In the UK, you might find yourself in the centuries-old debating society, arguing the merits of tea over coffee. Yeah. Or maybe you will join a rowing club and learn why waking up at dawn is actually kind of worth it. In Ireland, it's all about Gaelic games. Ever tried hurling? It's fast, it's furious, and it's uninitiated, slightly terrifying. But there's nothing like a thrill of game or camaraderie of playing traditional Irish sports. And for the creatives, joining a band or music society is practically a rite of passage. Music is the lifeblood of Ireland, after all. And let's not forget the traditions. Ever heard of Raisin Weekend in Scotland? It's where freshers get adopted by older students. And well, is just say it involves a lot of raisins and possibly a silly costume. In Ireland, there's 12 pubs of Christmas, a festival pub crawl that tests your stamina and your ability to wear a Santa hat for 12 hours straight. Now, whether it's the historic charm and debating club of the UK or close-knit communities and Gaelic games in Ireland, campus life is about finding your people, trying new things, and making memories that last a lifetime. And maybe learning a thing or two along the way. Alright, now let's talk about finances. I know a very important factor, and here are the details for you. In the UK, tuition can vary widely. For international students, it's like picking a number out of a hat. And that hat can get pretty pricey, especially if you're looking at the top tier universities. You could be looking at anything about £10,000 to about £38,000 a year depending upon your course and uni. Over in Ireland, the story is a bit different as Ireland is little cheaper than the UK. Tuition fee for non-EU resident students can range from about €9,000 to about €22,000. It's a bit like shopping for a laptop. You need to find the one that fits your needs without going overboard. Now let's talk about the living costs. Now, whether you are dreaming for a cozy flat in London or shared house in Dublin, remember location is key. Major cities are like the front row at the concert. They are right there, the action is there, but it will cost you. For instance, in London, you might end up paying a premium for a closet-sized room. Yeah. Dublin's not far behind, but you can still find some deals if you're willing to live a bit farther from campus. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. There are ways to stretch that student budget. Both the UK and Ireland offer various financial options supports like scholarships, grants, and tuition loans. And let's not forget about part-time work. It's a great way to earn some extra cash, meet new people, and master the art of living independently. And here are some quick budgeting hacks for you. Meal prep can save you a ton. Those student discounts, use them everywhere, from trains to movie tickets. Oh, the textbooks. Think library loans or second-hand before buying new. Trust me, your bank account will thank you. Okay, one last secret. The further you live from the city center, the more you will save. I'm sure the commute might be longer, but think of it as your daily adventure. Plus, it's a great excuse for some extra podcast time or video watching time like this one. Yeah, make sure to like this one. Okay, now let's just talk about absolute favorite word of students and parents. Any guesses? Oh yes, you guessed it right. It's scholarships. Obviously, scholarships can play a huge part in turning your study abroad dreams into reality. Now, both countries offer a range of scholarship opportunities for international students at the undergraduate and postgraduate levels. Let's break it down. Starting with the UK, the British government, universities, and private organizations offer a plethora of scholarships. Ever heard of Chevening scholarships? They are like the golden ticket for postgraduates from around the world, covering tuition, a living allowance, and even flights to the UK. And for the undergrad, there's a global undergraduate scholarship, making the dream of studying in the UK a reality for many. Now, not to be outdone, Ireland has its own pot of gold when it comes to scholarships. The Government of Ireland International Education Scholarships are available for high-achieving students from non-EU countries and cover everything from tuition fee to stipend as well. Irish universities also throw their hat in the ring with bursaries and fee waivers for international talent as well. Now, applying for scholarships can feel a bit like entering a talent show where everyone's talent is writing essays. There's this one time I helped a student write an essay for a scholarship where he compared his life journey to a pizza. Diverse ingredients coming together to make something great. Awesome, right? The point is you need to do something different to get the attention. A general thumb rule, scholarships are given based on your overall profile, your grades, your profile, extracurricular, essays, and a lot of other factors. Make sure to check individual universities for more information about scholarships. Okay, so we have covered a lot so far. And now I want to talk about second big thing, jobs after education. Both the UK and the Ireland boast thriving job markets, ripe with opportunities for ambitious graduates. But let's be real, diving into job market can feel like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded. Don't worry, I'm here to help you peek under that blindfold. First up, let's talk about where the jobs are. In the UK, the tech sector is booming, with cities like London and Manchester leading the charge. Finance, engineering, and healthcare are also looking for fresh talent. Over in Ireland, it's all about TechFest too, with companies from around the globe setting up offices in Dublin's Silicon Docks. Pharmaceuticals, agri-food, and tourism are also key players in Inland Isles jobs market. Now, this is general overview, but when I read the growth reports for both countries, it is not very promising. And let me explain you a bit more. According to a report from KPMG about economic development in the UK, the long-term outlook is for growth of just 1% this decade. But Ireland is expected to do much better with 3.2% growth in 2025 as compared to just 0.9% in the UK. So surely other countries like USA, Canada has better growth outlook as compared to the UK. And even Ireland for that matter. Now let's just talk about post-study work visa policies as well. Here's the gist. The UK offers a graduate route without visa, allowing you to stay and work for 2 years after graduation, or 3 if you have completed a PhD. Ireland's not too different, offering a stay back option for up to 2 years for international graduates. So yes, both countries are similar in terms of post-study work visa. But please make sure to check these rules because these rules keep changing every single day. Now, as per universities, a significant percentage of graduates find employment in their field within 6 months of graduation. And with universities here having strong ties with industries, internships and work placements often lead to full-time positions. Okay, now let's zoom out a bit and talk about lifestyle. Now, whether you're dreaming of the bustling streets of London or the cozy pubs of Dublin, life in the UK and Ireland has its own flavor. And yes, we'll even touch on one big thing everyone loves to talk about, the weather. Now, city life in both UK and Ireland is a blend of historic charm and modern hustle. Think ancient castles meet skyscrapers. But if you venture beyond the cities, the countryside offers breathtaking landscapes and a slower pace of life. Is the best of both worlds, really. Now, getting around is a breeze. Well, both countries boast extensive public transportation network. UK's might seem like a complex web of trains and buses, but it gets you just about anywhere. Ireland's network is a bit simpler, but it's just as efficient, especially if you're exploring such landscapes. And the weather. Let's just say, if you're moving to the UK or Ireland, you will develop a close relationship with your umbrella. Yes. 4 seasons in a day isn't just a saying, it's a lifestyle. But hey, it makes a great conversation starters as well. Okay, so I have one more thing to talk about, and I think most parents are super interested in this. Safety. Feeling safe where you live and study is key. Both the UK and Ireland are known for their safe, welcoming campuses. Now, universities invest a lot in security, from 24/7 campus patrols to emergency services and support hotlines. Off campus, both countries are generally safe with active community policing and lots of resources for residents. Of course, like anywhere, it's important to be street smart, especially at night. Make sure. And while we are on the topic of safety, a friendly heads up. The sports rivalry here is real. Whether it's a football match in the UK or a rugby game in the Ireland, things can get pretty heated, but it's all in good fun. Just pick your team wisely as per the place. So whether you are soaking in the city vibes or enjoying the tranquil countryside, studying in the UK and Ireland offers the rich, varied experience, and with top-notch public services and a focus on safety. It's not just about getting an education, it's about enjoying the journey. Think about it, enjoying the journey. Remember, choosing where to study is about finding the right fit for you, academically and personally. Now, whether you are drawn to the specialized, in-depth focus of UK universities or the broad, flexible courses in the Ireland, it's all about where you see yourself thrive. And I would love to hear from you. Got any experiences or questions about studying in the UK or Ireland? Drop them in the comments below. Your insights could be guiding light for future adventurers also. And remember, no matter where you end up, you're probably going to pick up an accent. So to all future cheers and all these celebrations, I'm excited for the journey you're about to embark on. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. I've got plenty more awesome videos coming your way. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and who knows, the next accent you hear might just be yours. Okay, I'm Shirish. I'm with you for you on this beautiful journey. I will see you very soon.